Hi there! Today I decided to invite you over for a walk while I will share with you 7 reasons why I love to be a software developer. Today, while I'm walking, I started to think about why I love to be a software developer, and I cannot tell you why I started to think about that. It's something that I'm not able to share at this time, but I started to analyze the reasons why I love to be a software developer. So I'll invite you over here into my nature office. Let's sit down on this rock here, and I will tell you why I love to be a software developer, and in particular 7 reasons why I love to be a software developer. And before I start with the first one, I believe it makes sense for me to share a little bit more about my background. When I was growing up, initially I wanted to be a teacher. Pretty simple, nothing major, nothing out of ordinary. I just wanted to be useful, change, impact somebody's life, and make an impact, let's say that. Then I grew up and I wanted to be a translator, and that's the reason why I became so obsessed in learning other languages, and that's the reason why I'm speaking 4 languages currently. Then time passed, I grew up, and again I changed my mind, and at that time I wanted to be a psychologist, and in between I wanted to be something else, but it didn't stick with me for a very long time. Then time passed, and here we are today. I'm a software developer. So I'm telling you all of this so you can understand that while I was growing up, I never thought or dreamed or crossed my mind that I will be a software developer. First of all, because I didn't know it's possible, I didn't know about the field, I didn't know about this path. And today I'm a software developer. And I'm telling you all of this because reason number 1 why I love to be a software developer is that I get to do different stuff. And in particular, I wanted to be a teacher. Well, I have plenty of opportunities to teach, mentor, and share the knowledge and all that stuff. And if you don't have currently that opportunity and you want, you can volunteer. There are a lot of organizations that will love you to help them in a workshop, a robotics workshop or something like that. So it's available currently. Then there's the side that I get to translate, and that's what I wanted while I was growing up, right? That's the reason why I was learning multiple languages, and I get to do that at my current job. The reason is that our application is an international application. We have customers worldwide, and currently when I'm adding a new table or new property, a new page or something, obviously we need to make sure that that's supported in all the languages that we currently have in our application, and I'll translate that into Russian, Polish, Spanish, Portuguese. Obviously, I'm not native in all of those languages, but some of them I can speak freely in, and some of them I actually understand pretty well, so I can tell the difference when something is right or not. And then psychology, right? I believe psychology helps me a lot in this field because there are different people, different perspectives, different personalities, and you have to be able to work with different kinds of people in this job, and any job. I don't think tech is different, but definitely helps that. So that's the reason number 1 why I love to be a software developer, is that allows me to do whatever I wanted since I was growing up, right? It encapsulates everything into one profession. Reason number 2 is that you're never bored. There are so many things that you always have to do. You are implementing a new feature, you're creating something from scratch. So the creativity, it's definitely huge, how to say that? It's a huge part of making you feel great and valuable at the same time, because you are actually creating something just with your ideas. You kind of couldn't say it from thin air, but just your thoughts, your experience, your desire to do something and not give up and persist and all that stuff, which is pretty normal. So creativity part and never being bored, it's an important part. Reason number 3, it's low barrier to entry. So I don't know how it is for other environments or other fields that you want to enter. Let's say chemical engineering for once. In my opinion, I'm not an expert in that at all, but in my opinion, to enter in chemical engineering, you have to do different experiments. You have to use different tests and stuff like that. So you obviously need to have something to test, and those are dispensable materials. In software engineering, you don't have that. You just need your thoughts, which I don't think they're expensible. It just actually, the more you think, the more you use it, the better you become. So I believe that's a great thing. So it's a low barrier to entry. And you only need a computer, and sometimes maybe you need internet access, but not necessary. And in this modern day, actually, and more people get into software engineering, even without having a degree in computer science or software engineering, which tells you a lot that a lot of people enjoy this. Next thing, why I love to be a software developer, the reason is the community. The community is awesome, amazing. I cannot explain how great the community is. When you don't know something, it's easy. You can Google and probably you'll find the answer in Google or Stack Overflow and so on. And even your colleagues are really helpful. They are really able to leave everything what they're doing and help you. And in cases if they don't have time, they own a deadline, they will definitely find a 5-minute to point you into the right direction. They will share you, send you a tutorial, share links with podcasts, books, or something like that will definitely help. So the community is amazing. There are a lot of meetups, different sessions on technical topics. There are conferences, you name it. There are a lot of stuff for this community. Another reason why I love to be a software developer is problem solving. So problem solving, it's a major thing for me. Since I was a kid, I always loved puzzles. I always loved those games like when you look at 2 pictures and you have to find differences, 7 differences or 11 or something like that. A lot of different riddles and so on. So that's kind of what was me since I was a kid. I love that. And software engineering encapsulates that really well. You get to put the pieces together to see the whole picture. You need to see the whole architecture and so on. When you're debugging something, like something used to work and it's not working anymore, you have to compare, okay, what is the difference? Why this used to work 2 releases back and it's not working now? So you do the comparison. Okay, I find 2 differences, and let's see if that's the problem. So you definitely have that problem-solving aspect, and in my case, I love it. It ties also to not being bored ever. So, and you can gamify it, right, if you want. And the next reason is the impact and the value that you bring. So it doesn't matter, like, about the software you're writing or what you're doing. It actually makes a difference in somebody's life. It makes somebody's life easier. It helps them to learn, or it helps them to be more effective. There are a lot of benefits in that, and it's definitely rewarding to feel the impact that you're bringing into the world. The final reason is the freedom and the equality. And the freedom part is that I love the part that I can start working from 4 a.m. in the morning if that's what is needed, because I need to be free later on, like let's say at 2 that day because I need to do something. Or I can start working at 10 because I needed to do something early in the morning. So the freedom of choosing your schedule according to your lifestyle, your life needs at that time, is really, really rewarding. So the equality side of it is that anybody can write code, and if they're good at that, it doesn't matter what gender they are, the race, the color, the religion, or the politician beliefs. Sorry, there's a squirrel and I got distracted. Or the political views, you definitely, it doesn't matter in tech, because if you are good at what you're doing and your solution works, it will be used regardless. I hope you like the reasons I've shared with you. Let's recap. Let's see if I got all the reasons, if I didn't miss any. The reason number 1 is the reason that it encapsulates everything that I ever wanted to be into one job and so much more. Reason number 2, never being bored, and the creativity side of it. You can get to create stuff from just your thoughts and knowledge and everything you can research. Next reason is the community. So it's amazing. The community is great, followed by the low barrier to entry, the impact and value that you're bringing, and freedom and equality. Obviously, there are a lot of other reasons. These are just the reasons that popped into my mind right now during the walk. And as any job has its advantages and disadvantages, and in this case, I just shared a few of the ones that I really love. So hopefully you found a bit of value in this video, and I would appreciate if you leave your thoughts about what do you love about software engineering. And if you didn't subscribe yet, please consider to subscribe for more videos on topics on software engineering, lifestyle, experiences, and how to advance in the tech industry. Well, until next time, I wish you a happy engineering experience. Bye-bye.